What's going on, guys? Play by Play Gamer here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're taking a look at the update for September 1st, 2021. Here we go. So we're starting off with one of those Foundation Day celebration events, and that's going to be this puzzle piece event that we usually have. So you're going to be able to complete challenges as you normally play the game. Hopefully the gear that we get from that is decent. My free gear that we've been getting recently has rolled really bad. September balance adjustments. So we got a bunch of heroes here. Out of all of them, I think that the top to keep a lookout for is going to be Luna and potentially Apocalypse Ravi. I think her buffs are going to be kind of nutty, but at the same time, she has been non-existent. People still try to play her in RTA, things like that, but she's just missing something. Maybe this buff will give her what she needs to make her relevant. I don't know. Let me know who you think is going to be kind of insane once they get these buffs. But secret buff here, super secret buff. Mercedes is getting buffs, right? They kind of tease it. I guess it's not a secret, but they tease that. And they talked about that in this update, as well as the Abyss floor 111 through 120 are going to be open. And if you saw my previous video, we kind of talked about the speed set. And the speed set, they finally showed the subs, and it actually looks really nice. So if you haven't done Abyss, I highly recommend so you can pick up this gear. It's a full 6-piece speed set. Speed with max roll speed on it is always good because you never know how these might roll. I mean, there is effectiveness on every single piece, effectiveness or effect resist. I think on the chest there's effect resistance, and even the neck there's only speed, crit, attack, and health. So I think those are perfect subs. I mean, either health or defense, right, on the neck. Even when you craft in that event where you farm up those points and you pick your choice, those are the types of subs that you want. The ring, health, speed, crit damage on attack set, or on attack main. So I would say perfect ring, depending on how it rolls, but in the end, it still has really good subs. They're also going to be nerfing some of the floors in Abyss. They've heard a lot of people's complaints that they're too hard, and so they're going to be nerfing them. They're going to be nerfing 102, 105, and 109. They also mentioned they're going to be adjusting the way some of the first waves play. I guess we got to wait to find out more. But East Policia is dropping. This is the final chapter in episode 3. So after this, they did tease that selective summon in that update that we saw this past weekend. So we will be getting that after you complete episode 3, chapter 10. So after you complete the entire episode 3, you're going to get season 2 of that selective summon, and then you'll be able to get some silver transmit stones and some backgrounds and stuff once you complete this, and you get that trust level, that little side quest that you have to do to farm. The gear here is the ring. It's a destruction attack ring. I don't know about this one because it has speed, crit, defense, and health. So ideally we would want crit damage, but I guess we can swap one of those subs with one of those modification gems. But the big thing here, these are the buffs that we were waiting on. Powered up Mercedes. So one big thing though, it doesn't look like she has a new animation, which is kind of a feels bad because I would have loved to have seen like a new animation or maybe an updated animation of hers. But I mean, maybe in the future, I don't know. We gotta wait and see, but maybe they did like just a quick redesign. They didn't show her in game, so we don't know yet. I don't know yet, but she does look pretty cool, and they showed us her kit, and it actually seems really nice. So her S1 here, Divine Bolt, attacks 2 enemies and increases her combat readiness by 15%. So nothing too insane, so just gives her a CR push. Skill 2, Dimensional Rapture, attacks all enemies with a light sphere with I think it's up to a 70% chance to dispel 1 buff, so she strips. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases as enemies become fewer. So kind of like Strays, where Deals more damage on his S2 when there's less enemies. When the caster is granted increased attack, activates Dimensional Rapture again. When activated this way, Dimensional Rapture deals decreased damage. It can only be activated once. So she has a 70% chance. Let's see, 55, 60, 70% chance to strip one buff. And then if she has increased attack, she can go again. So you get 2 chances to potentially strip either one buff or 2 buffs, right? And if she has increased attack, she goes again. So for sure, you're gonna have to +5 this skill enhance because you want to deal the most amount of damage. And if it's decreased damage on the second turn, kind of like Vivian, right? Where you need to max out her second skill, I believe, in order to continue dealing as much damage as possible, right? So 10 soul burn doesn't sound too bad. There. Let's see, what do we got here? We got skill 3 coming up. Her skill 3 is kind of insane. The Blazing Eye of Cal, releasing the power of the ancient book to attack all enemies before increasing attack of all allies for 2 turns. So she gives AoE attack on the S3. A critical hit will increase damage dealt. Immense power will remain throughout the battle. So she goes with the S3, gives everybody attack buff, and then you can do the second skill twice, right? Immense power. This is going to be where I think she's going to be kind of nutty. Increases attack by 15% and revives with 50% health after receiving lethal damage. Can revive only once per battle, unaffected by any effects related to buff. So right away this screams Mercedes ARBY, right? This is the only thing about the revive is that you can only do it once per battle. So I think that's where she's gonna get caught up, as opposed to ARBY, that he has his revive on a cooldown, so he can keep coming back. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but at the same time, I don't know if the battle means like every wave, like I'm thinking PvE, like every wave, or once you enter the stage. Because if it's only once you enter the stage, then that's even going to make it kind of math for PvE content, right? Because I'm thinking maybe even Abyss, have a second unit with a revive buff, and then comes back with 50% health. I think we got to wait and see, but I mean, she looks kind of solid, if anything, at least for PvE. She's getting her own artifact, Mercedes artifact, so you can only use it on her. And I think this is a brand new type of artifact, an artifact that you only use on a specific hero, and that's magic for friends. And it's going to be max limit broken. I think they gave us the information here. Decreases damage suffered from a critical hit by 25%. When more than one damage reduction effect is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. When it's not the caster's turn, has a 15% chance to activate Dimensional Rapture. Can only be activated once every 2 turns. So this is Rem's passive, right? She has a 15% chance to hit you with an AoE. But her AoE, well, you know what? Her AoE also kind of strips, right? It reduces the cooldown. It either reduces cooldown or strips 1 buff. I think it's reduces 1 buff. But here, Mercedes doesn't give you any control, right? So there's no debuffs on Dimensional Rapture. It's just a strip. Maybe you can put her on one of those artifacts that gives some type of debuff, but I don't know. I think you would probably run her on Abyssal Crown, just because of all the chances she has of attacking if you're running her on this artifact. So you have a 15% chance when someone is attacked, right? If an ally is attacked when it's not the caster's turn, you get that 15% proc. She goes with her S2, deals damage. I mean, I don't know. I think she might be kind of solid. Those of you that already invested in her, I think that, I don't know. If anything, she's going to be good in PvE, right? A revive buff is always good. Selective Summon Season 2, as I mentioned, you get this by completing Episode 3, 1010. You get a 5-star hero guaranteed at summons 1, 10, 20, and 30. But along with that, we are getting that storage upgrade. We're getting 200 more slots and you're going to be able to expand it up to 500 slots with Skystones. I think that even more space is always good, but again, it's still Skystones that we're going to have to spend. So I don't know. I don't run out of space too often. When I do, I just sell stuff. We're getting drop rate up for Alencia. Those of you that don't have yourself an Alencia, you'll be able to pick her up. Lilius is also getting a drop rate up on September 9th. So September 2nd is Alencia, and then we're getting the Lilius drop on the 9th. So that's something to look forward to. A few final things here. We got free unequip event starting on September 2nd all the way to September 5th. So make sure that you finish gearing up your units. Hoochie's pop-up shop is dropping. I always recommend picking up the Mystic Metals. Everything else is pretty much a scam unless you see Leafs. Leafs are always a good buy. And then we have the password to the Twitch live stream is epic0901 gift, all one word. Second to last but not least, Mystic Summon rotation. We got Angel of Light, Angelica, and Specimen says, this banner is a huge feels bad just because of Angel of Light, Angelica. They're dropping on September 9th. I mean, Specimen says, I don't want him. I don't really care too much for his design style or his kit, even though he does seem like a pretty solid unit, but he does have a gimmick to where you need to stun, right? You need to stun, and in order to stun, you got to bring other units that can stun. So he's not a unit that can stand alone. He does have the chance to stun on his S2, I believe. I don't have him, so I don't get to play with him too much. But it's one of those units that is still kind of, I don't know, I still think he's a bit tough to use, but people are going to be pulling because of Angel of Light, right? I'm going to try to give it a few pulls. You know, you never want to go in for a 4-star because you don't have a guarantee. You can definitely hit pity, so that's something to keep in mind. Last year, they are dropping a Hope Pack. So this gift vaccines and saves children's lives. All proceeds from the sales, excluding market fees, will be donated to vaccine projects for children in the global community. So you get leaves, you get some, I think you get a pet and a frame, which is actually kind of nice. I don't remember exactly how much this was last time. I think it was like 10 bucks or something like that. But definitely some interesting things that they give you. But let me know your thoughts on the upcoming update. Who are you excited for? Are you going to be pulling on that Angie banner? Selective Summon Season 2, I think, is going to be something really nice. I haven't done a Selective Summon in a bit. It's been a bit. Okay, it's been since the beginning of the game. So definitely excited for that. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.